And the crowd goes wild this morning. And I got nothing but advertising over here. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch. It's me. It's me, Mitch. And let's get the party started as everybody piles in as usual. Drink it if you got it. Ah, yes. And Rick says, Mitch attacks. No, not attacking anybody this morning. Let's retire the band temporarily. But I can pull up the happy music, put it on the music stands to get ready for the end of the show. Time to be determined. Great to see you. I guess a lot of you were watching Kiltsy this morning. Seems to be how I start my show, with commenting on Kiltsy's show. I had a good show this morning. Kiltsy, if you're listening, I don't know if you are or not, but you were in rare form this morning. All the big words came out. It all makes so much sense. It all makes so much sense. Not many people get it yet. But we keep trying. We keep trying. And I see Quackstock got a little play in the chat. I hope that Rick can follow through with that. So Rick, a little pressure on you, man. Gotta get moved and get the venue built. And meanwhile, we'll keep joking about it. It is a great concept, however. All right. I see 61 people so far. Good start. Like to see 5,000 people here every morning, but I got a long way to go. Got a long way to go. I was a little down this morning. Not depressed, but just a little bit down. Before my stroke, a year ago at Kiltsy's meetup in Tampa, I talked to Scott Iverson quite a bit, and he said, wow, Mitch, we really would like to have you as a speaker at Meatstock in 2026. I said, oh, Scott, that'd be great. I'd love to be there. And I made a commitment. I said, I'll be there. I'll be at Meatstock in 2026. And, of course, then I had my stroke. And the thoughts of traveling and doing all that became impossible for me. So as I see Meatstock coming up this year, and all the people are going to be there, and Kiltsy's going to be there, and Barry Simon's going to be there. All my friends are going to be there. And it's still, I think, a little ambitious, would have been a little ambitious for me to go through the amount of time and energy and work just to get up there and do it. So I have to miss it this year. And it makes me a little melancholy. So my best wishes to everybody that's gone. Have a great time. Don't forget that I'm thinking about you, and wish I could be there, and wish I could be there. Kevin in the chat here, Corgi lover, thank you for noticing. Mitch is certainly rubbing off on Kiltsy. Thank you for noticing. I hear my thoughts and my theories and my concepts echoed everywhere in the carnivore community from people that know me. Little things, little sayings like, there is no such thing as good or bad cholesterol. And then I try to explain exactly what I mean by that. Is that LDL is not cholesterol. And I heard Kelsey this morning say, there's no such thing as good. And I smile. And even if I don't get credit for it, I don't care, because I'm like a proud parent. Some of the theories, and Kiltz's theories rub off on me. And that's why we get along so well. We trigger thought in each other. Heard the magic words on Kilts today. I heard glycosylation, glycocalyx, and the granddaddy of the big words, post-translational modification. It tickles me every time I hear that. But to most of the audience out there, those concepts, which I think more accurately explain what's going on with metabolism, just can't be understood by people. It would be impossible because they haven't been exposed to enough of the, I hate to use the word science, but enough of an education and enough years of thought to know, well, how could this possibly work? And why are our explanations, all of our pathways, and all of the things that we seem to think we're experts about human nutrition just don't make sense if you understand evolution and you go back to how animals live and everything else. So it's a long, hard uphill path. The best we can do right now is at least get across the message that plants are not health food. Eat meat, eat animal products. And if people could only, and when, one of the things that I admire Kiltz for is he concentrates on the benefits of fat in a world where fat is so demonized that we're scared shitless of it. Oh my God. You know how many comments I've deleted on my videos about the bacon and eggs with all that fat? Do you know how many comments were warnings of an impending heart attack? How many comments, shame on you, Mitch, you're going to be killing people with this message? Snide, sarcastic comments from people when I looked who had never commented or watched any video of mine ever before, but felt it necessary on this particular video to warn everybody in the world about what a danger and a hazard I am for saying that fat is healthy and you need to eat so much fat every day. I don't leave those comments up there. I don't leave them up there. I don't let those commenters ever comment again on my channel. And I don't do that because I'm embarrassed or my feelings are hurt. I do it because we have enough. We're exposed to enough negative propaganda. And I don't want people who finally are starting to take our message seriously read comment after comment that makes them doubt, that hurts them by making them doubt that, well, maybe this person has the right, maybe an point of view is right. Maybe I shouldn't listen to Mitch or Kiltz. Maybe I shouldn't eat all this. I don't want them to even. And there's so many of them because there's so many of these people that are not mean and are not miserable. They're just so misinformed and brainwashed. They become dangerous to our message, like they think I'm being dangerous to the message from everybody else, including the entire medical community, federal government, and all of these authorities. Is that a rant? Was that a rant today? I don't know. let me ask Rantman. Yes, Rantman is alive and well this morning. And yeah, that's good to be here. It's good to be here. It took 10 minutes at the start of the show. Give the basically state of the community message, and we are alive and we are well. And again, best wishes to everybody. Have a great time. Have a great time at Meat Stock. Maybe you even might see a duck running around, you know. Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, I just got a text. Who did I get a text from? I got a text from Barry Simon. And he says, Quackstock email. Uh-oh. All right. Let's check the email and see what Barry has sent me. It must be something if he texted me to bring my attention to it. Hang on a second and we'll get there. Is this from this morning? Oh, wrong account. Wrong account. There it is. A Quackstock GoFundMe. Look at this. Look at this. He says, help Rick launch Quackstock. Donate now. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, thank you, Barry. Look at Rick in front of the Quackstock out there in the woods. I can't. It's too small. I can't read it on here. Oh, it's a pitch. Donate now. That's funny, Barry. I like that. I'll have to look that over and see if we can make a real thing out of it. Okay, the crowd is here and the comments are building up, so let me actually get started so we don't go too long today. Michael Seeley was the first one, and obviously they did away with any of the early comments for some strange reason, which I don't know if even YouTube understands. Brian Dish, good morning. Good morning. How are you, Brian? And Rough Carnivore is here and says hello. Hello to you, Hugh Myra. Hi, Hugh Myra. How are you? All the regulars are here. Mike Seeley Sr. from right here in Melbourne, Florida. Or I don't know if it's sunny or not yet. Sun has just come up. Well, it just got light. And I can't see out the window from here. Wayne Herman, good morning from Lake Gaston, North Carolina. Jerry Voitis, good morning from Ponte Vedra Beach. Hi, Jerry. How you doing? And just Jerry, good morning, all misfits around the globe, coming to you from northwestern Wisconsin. Hiya, Jerry. Always a pleasure. And Sparky Donna. Hiya, Donna. Top of the morning to you all from the Bay Area in California. Good to see you this morning. Rick, good morning from the septic tank of Florida. Well, I was wrong yesterday when I thought that they might have cleaned up the septic tank, but obviously, no, still there. Michael Pregler, how you doing? Good to see you. Rainy day again, so no drought this year. We've had a good deal of rain here in Florida, which is a good thing. They still worry about droughts and fires this time of year. And who we got here? Barry Simon. Good morning, Mitch, and all from Massachusetts. Good morning, Barry. How are you? Good to see you, Booby Goats. Aaron. Morning, Mitch, she said. Lizzie's here. Hi, Lizzie. And how we doing on time here? 6:59. We're ramping up to it. And the Peach Baron. Question. Do you curb the urge to overeat until your stomach feels full, past when you should have stopped? It's an interesting question. No, I don't ever curb hunger or try to curb hunger. I will always, this is just me, and it depends on what you're eating. If you're just eating plants and sugars, you will always have the urge to overeat. The plants and the sugars simply will not trigger satiety hormones. One of the reasons why people that don't eat enough fat are very rarely successful on a diet. And if they were successful, as soon as they open the floodgates again, reach their, quote, goal weight, and say, wow, I'm finished, they will gain it all back really fast. When you're eating meat and fat, you simply don't want to. You never get any urge to overeat, because long before that might happen, your natural physiology will tell you, okay, that's enough. And you get satiated. And even if there's a whole plate full of meat and fat left in front of you, you'll just naturally push it away and say, put it in the fridge for later. I've had enough. So that question is conditional on what it is that you might have the urge to overeat. And that's the beautiful part about carnivore. You don't have to think about it. It will happen as if you were an animal with no conscious thought. It will be that animal brain that you have that knows far better than us YouTube watching humans what to do, how much to eat, and what to eat, if you just listen to your instincts. Instincts are your subconscious mind's way of communicating and telling your conscious mind by giving you feelings like satiety and hunger and fear and whatever other emotional type clues we might get. Listen to the clues. And if you're eating satiating food, which is only meat and fat, this question becomes moot. There you go. Hope that answered your question. Peach Baron, a great, great question without a simple answer. But I appreciate the opportunity to try to explain these things, because why else do we keep watching these things, if not to try to gain some understanding along with the tremendous entertainment value of Morning Coffee with Mitch? I will drink to that. And I see other people have chimed in to answer that question, and thank you. Always great to hear from the community. Church says, let's do this. Still haven't gotten to 7 o'clock this morning. Brian, they're so close, but the winner and still champion is Lambs here. Hiya, Lambs, right at 7 o'clock, followed rapidly by Jerry Hall. Hiya, Jerry, good to see you. Golf, yes, why not? Why not? And Rick says, Milton attacks. Well, so what's new, Rick? Oh, what's new? And Jerry was in there at 7. Good morning. Mitch Fitz says, Brian Airy, how you doing? Good morning. Marla Kelly, good morning to you. And Brenda McIntyre says, good morning. Chuck in Clearwater, here's the music. Yep, here's the music. And Kevin, Corgi Lover, bingo, 7 a.m., good morning. Liz is here. Hi, Liz. Glad to see you up early this morning. And Rough Carnivore says, the Typher oven looks good, Mitch. Great review. Thank you. I haven't even reviewed it yet. I just opened it up and just unboxed it. You know, that's let me take a minute to talk about that, because that I'm just starting to cook in the thing, and they have a sale on it now, and they told me wait until the sale before you post your review, but it's an incredible sale going on right now, and I don't want to appear too commercial, but I am so far so impressed with this thing for the money that I put that video up. I had intended to wait until I had, some cooking stuff shot and edited, but I haven't got to that yet. But I did post the unboxing so people could see it. This thing. Now, of course, I know almost everybody after watching me for a few years, if you don't have an air fryer already, it means you don't want one. And I almost hesitate to do a review on another air fryer because then I get well, what happened to the other air fryer, Mitch? You told us you were so impressed. Well, things change. Every year they got a new cell phone. They keep making improvements. And this thing, I got to tell you about this company, Tyfer. They're terrific. They ship fast. They have them on Amazon, but I think their website is a better place to buy it because they got a coupon code that works. And right now they're having a sale. The thing is supposed to be a $300 air fryer. Well, they got it on sale right now for $249. And if you use that OldGuyCarnivore coupon code, they get another 10%. So it's like $2.25. For $225, you can have everything. And the thing that makes it such a deal is it's got a built-in Bluetooth wireless thermometer. And those things sell for over $100 by themselves. That is already all synced and hooked up with the oven. You can just stick it in the meat. And I think because this is an oven, the potential for cooking so many more kinds of foods, like briskets and ribs and slow cooking things, not only just air frying them because it obviously does that well, but it dehydrates too, and it's got enough room. And they're cheap. You can buy 3 or 4 more of these air fryer basket things and just stack them up in there and dehydrate. So for $225, it's a hell of a deal. I don't know how long this sale is going to last, a week or so, but they started it. It just started the sale. And I didn't want to make this into a big commercial, but I think this is an opportunity to get an appliance. It might be the only one you need if you don't have one already. Now, I'm not saying throw out what you got. I still have my old Z-Star air fryer. I still have all my Ninja air fryers, except for the one I gave away to the girl who cleans my house. I don't know what to do with all these things, but they keep making them better and better and better. And evidently, the company likes me because they keep shipping me. And this thing came in and it was such a big box. And if you haven't watched that review, because these reviews don't get a lot of views, watch it because I tried to make the opening entertainment as I schlepped this big box out from where I put it next to the front door when I wrestled it in the house, stroked out as I am, and get it up on the counter and actually got that thing unboxed and showed off what it looks like. I want to show you. I want to. There's a link. I didn't intend to try to even give you a place where you were going to buy it when I made that unboxing. That was basically just kind of here's what it looks like, but the timing of it. What I have on I put it on my website. It's on the links to stuff I use every day section, and it's not an Amazon link. Here's the kitchen appliances and small tools. And right there it says get 10% off the Typer oven with code carnivore. And if you click on this, it takes you to the Typer website. There it is. There it is, the Typer website. And it's a gorgeous thing. And there's the thermometer, if you see it in there. Let's see if I can make it bigger. That won't let me. Okay, and it says $249. Well, that's on sale now. I think the suggested retail of this was like $3.99, but they got it at $249 right now. And if you say add it to my cart, I'll show you how to do this. And it says enter promo code optional. If you type old, oh no, not old. If you just type the word carnivore and say apply, apply. Oh, I've got two of them in there because I tried this yesterday to make sure it worked. And you apply the code, it comes down to $225. That is, with the thermometer, which sits up top here, that's a hell of a deal on this thing. A hell of a deal. I'm telling you, I would buy one if I didn't have one right now. But thank you, Tafer, for sending it to me. So this deal is good for about a week. Now, I know I don't have a huge audience out there right now. What, I got 100 people, 101 people? But I'm telling you, if you're watching a replay of this live stream or go watch the video on this thing, and you're going to see some, in the next week, you're going to see some cooking videos and other things. I know I seem to be getting excited about kitchen appliances, but this is a hell of a thing. And as far as cleaning goes, compared to that Cuisinart that I paid more than this for and don't use because you can't clean it, this thing is going to be a breeze. Going to be a breeze. So enough of a commercial, but I just wanted to clarify that this morning. That I did it, and I wasn't going to even. I didn't even think about doing this, but that comment that I just got, the chat that I just got, said, well, maybe it'd be a good idea to actually show this off. Of course, I didn't talk about the links or you can buy it or discounts, anything in the video that I made. The idea was just to say, here's the big box, I got it. Look at me, Mom, I can wrestle it around, I can lift it up, I can unbox it. What an accomplishment. And the thing looks very well made and pretty good. But I had that video ready to go, so I saw that the sales are started on it, and I thought I'd release it yesterday. So pardon my commercialism if you think that's what it is. I still love that Dome 2 air fryer, but that thing costs twice what this thing does. And it doesn't have a built-in Bluetooth thermometer, and I love it, and it's my go-to air fryer. And I'm certainly not going to replace it, but I might add this on to it. I'm a lucky guy, got a lot of counter space in my kitchen. I realize that most people don't have that kind of counter space. Okay, back to it. Where was I? Let's see. Here it is. The Rough Carnivore. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And Chuck says, I think we have another rant man emerging with Dr. Kiltz this morning. Yeah, Kiltz was on a roll this morning. Was on a roll this morning, wasn't he? Sandy Blythe, good morning, Professor Mitch. Oh, I can't believe it. I need to make this morning show longer. I need to make it an hour and a half or something because I just never seem to have enough time in an hour. And I haven't even played any memes yet this morning. Wow. Tracy Thompson, good morning. Peach Baron, eat foods that activate satiety hormones. Yes, words of wisdom. It's nice to see that people in this community are beginning to get it and understand the simplicity of this, where we don't have to analyze and study and try to figure out how to do something that our physiology has known how to do for millions of years and does perfectly well. And the key is, if you just feed it what it's supposed to eat, a concept that seems to be lost in a society like ours that thinks modern, new, the latest is always better than what came before. We're beginning to learn that does hardly actually applies to anything. From new cars these days to nutritional advice, new discovery, new study shows. We're being bamboozled. We've caught on. And our biggest battle is not to get scared out of what we are pretty sure is the truth. Steve McAvoy, how you doing? Good morning, Mitch, and all the Mitch Fits on here. That's where all the Mitch Fits are this morning. Well, most of them anyway, I would hope. I hope there are thousands of Mitch Fits out there. A lot of them can't make this morning show. That's for sure. I don't care how popular most YouTubers are. There are very few people, maybe one or two, that can get an audience of 1,000 or more people together. Ken Berry's the only one I can think of. Even Anthony Chafee, Sean Baker, they're lucky. Sean Baker's lucky to get the numbers I get when it comes to lives. Anthony Chafee gets usually 200, 300, 400 people watching. That's about it. That's about it. Not sensational enough to gather tens of thousands of people. Donna Ray, good morning to you. How are you? And we have broken back carnivore. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Is that you, Kelly? I don't think so. But used to be broken carnivore, so broken back carnivore. Hope your back gets better. Just Jerry says, kilts vocabulary. Yes, kilts. Post-translational modification, words to live by. But it's true. And a lot of what kilts does is what I do. You theorize. You're not going to find science to back this stuff up. Most science is, the only purpose of most science these days is to sell you crap that's no good for you and cloak it in science. And then to make you really feel stupid, they always add the word settled science. This is settled. No science is settled. Believe me. It is settled science. Settled science used to be that the universe is 13.8 billion years ago and started with the Big Bang. That was settled science. Indisputable. Until we built the Space Webb Telescope and stuck it up there, pointed it out to the universe, and it found galaxies that were further away than that and couldn't, by our settled science, possibly even exist when we see the light from them, because they couldn't possibly have formed fast enough to be there 14 billion years ago. And now you see nothing but YouTube, if you follow this stuff, nothing but YouTube videos that say everything we thought we knew, everything we were certain of, couldn't be possible because maybe this is another universe, a parallel universe. So settled science is never settled. Settled science is the latest thing we think we've learned until something shows us that that's not true either. And in the final analysis, we really don't understand much about anything. We're certainly just beginning to learn about nutrition. But that's shaking up two industries that are too big to fail and can't have it. So we're going to continue to be treated like sheep. And those of us that question all of this settled science, here it comes, are labeled science deniers. Science deniers. Human beings so dangerous that they must be censored because their message is so deadly. And they've put us in that category, my friends. The most dangerous people on the planet. The science deniers. The people that tell you climate change is a hoax designed to extract money from your pocket and get your votes on the political stage. And if you don't support global warming and eliminate all the cows, because cows burping is ruining the planet and killing all life on Earth, then you are, my friend, are a science denier. And there's nothing worse than that. Well, maybe when they call you a racist, that's just as bad. That's name calling. And that's all they got. But it works. It works. And then they really cloak their propaganda under that science umbrella. And where do you go from there? Where do you go from there? You're fighting the machine. Danny in Boston. Hiya, Danny. How are you? Oh, wow. I made it up at 7:02. I am a half hour Rick Quackstock. Rick Quackstock in the future. Yeah. Yeah, Rick. It won't take the world, once that becomes popular, it won't take the world long to give good old Mitch credit for thinking that name up. Story of my life. Story of my life. I make my mark everywhere and nobody knows. All my life I've made my mark on everything I've ever done. I've made a mark. I don't write it. I don't copyright it, patent it, or do anything like that. And it doesn't take the world long to forget. Oh yeah, that came from the mind of Mitch. And that's just the way it is. It's okay. As long as it stays out there somewhere. Stays out there somewhere. Lucy Work. Lucy, how are you? How are you? And this one, yeah. Kevin says, Mitch is certainly rubbing off. I hope so. And Kiltz is rubbing off on me, and that's why we get along, and it's beneficial for the two of us to talk, because as we talk about these way out wacko concepts, we each trigger in the other a new path of thought and theory. Some of it leads off in the direction that may be beneficial and give a better explanation. Some of it just says, oh, that's absurd. I agree with you. Let's not go there. But that's how discovery is made. It starts with two people throwing ideas off each other. And I don't have too many people in the world I can talk to at that level. Another text. What'd you do now, Barry? It's from my friend Jerry Voitush. Let me tell you, Jerry, without mentioning what you said, that you may be onto something, my friend. And Jerry will know what that means. Bride's Biscuit, good morning, family. How are you? How are you? I have to make dome time to go to the butcher and get raw. Okay, my BBNE Sharon is here. How you doing, Sharon? And Jerry says, but Mitch, there's always 2027 for, we're talking about meat stock. Yes, I'm going to plan on it. I'm going to plan on 2028, 29, and 2047 when I'm 100 years old as well. We'll see how well my plans actually can play out. But yeah, I'd like to go up there one year. I could drive up to Gatlinburg from here. It's not. I've been up to Tennessee many times for model airplane, jet meets, and things like that. And I do like road trips. I made a road trip over to Kiltzy's house. That was 3.5 hours. It's only about 8 hours up to Tennessee, so why not? 8-10 hour stops. That's just a trip to the corner store for me. I used to drive all over the country, towing a big trailer full of model jet airplanes. I loved it. Of course, I don't love driving anymore. This was back in the day before everybody was as distracted by their silly texting and cell phones. And it's gotten dangerous out there. It's gotten dangerous. And Rick says meat stock is for the Richies. Quack stock is for the rest of us. Okay, Rick, we're waiting. Keep talking about it, but you're going to have to do it. Maybe we should rent a field out in the Everglades somewhere. Maybe we could throw some gator tail in with the ducks and iguanas. Christy, good morning. Christy, hello and good morning. We're still saying hi to people. Rick, only one. Mascovy Duck, Sandy Blythe, only 18 likes. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, whether you like it or not. Brian Airy, Quack Stuck sounds like my kind of place. Yeah. And Where is it? Where is it?
Welcome to Quackstock. Let's catch some ducks and cook them. Whoa, look, iguanas. They're part of the fun, too. Grab your nets, everybody. Let's go. Got what? Let's cook. Whoa, these ducks are cooking up perfectly. Smell that aroma. And look at these iguanas scurrying around. They're honorary guests at Quackstock. Grab your plates, folks. It's time to celebrate. That's the spirit, folks. Chase them down. Look at those iguanas go. They're faster than the ducks. This is how we celebrate.
Oh, man. The gift that keeps on giving. Barry Simon. Thank you, Barry. That's great. But that give you a little bit of an inkling as to so what happens now. My lights in my house just blinked on and off. Okay? You know how that happens sometimes. It appears that all my pre-planning has worked out. Over here, at this thing right here, is a backup generator that is capable of running my entire studio and all the infrastructure and network stuff in my house for 2 hours. And that's the first time since I put that in quite a while ago and run this entire studio setup that I have and all of the studio lights and everything, the routers, the wireless network, everything except the actual internet connection is powered by that thing. And if I have, just like I just had, this is interesting, a momentary power outage, everything kept working. It kept working. That means I didn't miss anything. I didn't leave some important gizmo out of, and it's still plugged into the old power. So it's good to know. Good to know that if I have a power failure and the whole world goes dark, you won't know it, and I won't notice it here while I'm doing my live stream, because horrors to think that the world should be deprived, even for a blink or an instant, of me. No, I'm not that arrogant or that narcissistic. I'm just joking. But that's the first time I actually had a momentary power interruption while I was live. Then my first thought was, did it work? Did it work? It seems like it worked. And I'm still here, so evidently it worked. So that was good. That was good. Just don't do it again. Well, we're talking a lot about Quackstock. We're up to 7:08 in the chat and 7:43 on the clock. Don't forget about the comments on you putting your bacon on a paper towel. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was talking about comments on videos, and I got a number of them. Yeah. And I can't believe, and all those comments that I got were from people who have never commented on any of my videos before. And I can see that. YouTube keeps all of this stuff. And I can even read. If you put a comment in a chat or on any video, YouTube's got it, and I can get to it and read every comment you ever wrote. And when I get a comment that seems particularly stupid, moronic, ignorant, or mean, I go back and I don't ever hide a user or want to get rid of anybody that has made a lot of comments based on just one comment. If I see that most of their comments are reasonable, may not agree with me, but they aren't mean or anything, chalk it up to a bad day, or I hit a pet peeve, and I don't do anything. But when I look at these people who put these ignorant, moronic, uninformed, and mean comments, and it's the first time they've ever commented on me, I say, it's the last time, and I hide them. And I hide 2, 3, 4 people every day now to get them out of my life, out of my channel, and out of your hair. Because I know that you would disagree and get aggravated at them, and I don't need everybody always rising to my defense in these chats. These people will never read your replies to them anyway. It's a waste of time. It's a waste, and certainly a waste of time for me to reply and try to change their mind and educate them. I don't give a shit about them. Adios. And if you're going to stay, I learned if I'm going to stay on YouTube, I better adopt that kind of attitude. That's why I'm not trying to save the world. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't fight the powers that brainwash everybody. That's for sure. Okay, we all know who we all know who that is. We all know who that is, and we're going to stop reading his comments. He's an old friend of ours with a new name. Yep, old friend of ours with a new name, and righty then. Lizzie, how you doing, Lizzie? Good to see you. Good to see you. And we're still talking about Quackstock. Somebody said to me, Jerry says, rant on. Yes, my friend. I love doing it. I just love getting together with you guys in the morning, and whatever happens will happen. You got to know this is unfiltered, raw, R-A-W, just. Manny Scaving, how you doing? Make ducks great again. Yeah, we talk a lot about ducks for some reason. I like fresh fat better than rendered fat. Well, I'm not going to try to avoid rendered fat, because otherwise I wouldn't have bacon and eggs and be able to cook my eggs in the bacon fat. I think there's benefit from rendered fat, like everything else. Maybe it's a certain percentage less good for you, but I don't think it's that bad for you if it's rendered animal. Now, I'll probably disagree with Kiltsy, and we might discuss that the next time we get together. But when you cook a hamburger in a pan, you're going to get rendered fat. You cook bacon, you're going to get rendered fat, no matter how you cook it. Is it better not to eat the rendered fat? I don't think so. I think you need to eat the rendered fat. I think you need to. I do agree that when you're cooking meat, beef, cook it black and blue. I don't mind if it's super rare. I just don't want it cold on the inside. It's a matter of taste. And I'll go back to our ancestry. We've been cooking things over on a fire for at least 1 million years. So I think we've probably adapted to that as a species. And there may be some benefit in it. Maybe some benefit in it. So I will never, I hate to say that, but more than likely, I will never sign on to the campaign, I call it a campaign, to have us all eating raw fattened meat. Everybody can't agree on everything. And sometimes you have to say, what's good enough if it's what you want to do? Because we're going to do what we want to do anyway. We really are, in the long term. We're always going to default back to what we want to do. And I think if you can get a human being to eat raw to rare meat, and that's what they want to do, then you're almost completely there anyway. And why would you want to say you shouldn't do that, you should eat it raw, and then you try to eat it raw and you don't like it, and you end up eating Doritos and Oreos again? Sometime 95% is good enough. And I always say, trying to achieve perfection in an imperfect world is both frustrating and destructive. It doesn't exist. And how do you know if that perfection goal that you have is actually the right thing anyway. Do the best you can. Don't sweat the small stuff. And if you feel good and you're happy, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Hey, Mason, how are you? Hello, Mitch, and everyone in the chat. I got up to 7:15. Wow. Wow. And everybody's saying hi to everybody. Let's see. Let's see if we have any QQQs. And Donna says, hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Yes, 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 yes. I'm getting very close to the 51,000 subscriber mark. Let's see what the subscriber count is right now. 50,939, my friends. Wow, wow, wow. 50,939 subscribers. I can't believe it, but where are you all now, people? We got 108 of the 50,000 people here. I guess that ratio is probably pretty true. Probably pretty true, believe it or not. That's 1 out of 500, basically. 1 out of every 500 subscribers that I have is here watching this live stream. And that's not just true for my channel. Ken Berry may get 3,000 people watching a live stream on Monday night. He's got 3.5 million subscribers. That's only 1 out of 1,000. 1 out of 1,000 of his subscribers is watching his live stream. Anthony Chafee, what does he have? 300,000 subscribers now, and he gets maybe 300-400 people on a live stream. That's closer to 1 out of 1,000, whereas I'm getting 1 out of 500, perhaps. When you look at the numbers, I'm more popular than Anthony Chafee and Ken Berry, and I could probably create a study that proves that statistically. Even though the numbers aren't all that impressive when you say I got 100 people watching. And Kilsty's the same way. He gets in his live streams about the same ratio. He's got about 90,000 subscribers, and between all of his different forms and formats, and Ollie and Nelson and everybody, he might get 200 plus viewers in the morning on a live stream, and he's got twice as many subs as I do, almost. So I don't feel bad about it. I feel good about it. And when I get up to 150, 200, that's heaven for me. That makes me feel very loved and popular. And if you all don't think about how we, the people that do this, are affected by the viewer count, it's a very personal thing. And we do take it personally. If you don't take it personally, you're not a very emotional person, to be sure. Okay, we got to get through this. We got to get almost to 8 o'clock. Never going to happen, but I got to reply. Peach Baron, thank you, Mitch, for that answer, and everyone else. I guess I just need to eat more fat. That is the secret. It's the secret to success on carnivore. All the rest of the stuff doesn't even matter. If the only thing we keep talking about this, if the only goal that you have in any given day is to get around 70%, and I don't even want to call it calories, 70% of your food, let's say, as fat, everything else, if you don't eat plants, has to be right. You will get adequate protein, but you will be guaranteed not to get too much protein, which is just as bad as too much sugar. The key is in the fat. And the fat is the focus of any propaganda demonizing the eating of meat and animal-sourced foods. Low fat. That concept destroyed the health and killed more people than everything else combined since the history of mankind. The greatest cause of death and suffering was that concept that fat is unhealthy to eat, that has been drummed into our heads for 100 years and become dogma. That's the key. The F word. We need to talk about the F word. It is the key to success of everything. It's what we are supposed to eat. Those of us that are here every day, we say, we already know. We know, Mitch. Stop telling me things I already know. We need to be reminded every day. We need to be reminded every day. Another Barry Simon meme. We'll save that for tomorrow morning. Oh, Barry, I'm glad to give you a purpose in life, my friend. It's very gratifying. Makes you feel good. Thank you. Thank you very much. Barry sent me a present yesterday. I got it. It's a beautiful stainless steel vacuum sealing container designed to keep your coffee grounds or coffee beans or anything else fresh. And very easy to use and very easy to reseal because it's got a plunger in it. So you just plunge this thing in it. It creates a vacuum below the plunger. You put the lid on it. Put it away. Pull out the plunger next day. Got the food. Get the coffee out. So I'm going to start using it for my coffee. Thank you, Barry. What a nice surprise. What a nice surprise. I've got some great friends here. Great, very generous friends, too. And here's another one. Jerry Hall gifted 5 memberships to the private community. Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you so much. It's very generous of you. We'll probably come to that in the chat here. Oh, that's way back to see who was gifted them. Wow, we got to go all the way. Look at all this. All the way back for that. Here it is. And let's see who got the memberships. Hey, Mason. Welcome. Welcome. Got a gift membership from Jerry Hall. And Alpha Boy. Alpha Boy received one. Casey Franklin received one. Sally. I can't read this screen. Sally DS Reality, Sally and Lauren Eldridge. See you tomorrow night, Thursday night, in the community live stream. And I hope you come and I hope you participate and come into the panel and introduce yourself. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have about 150 members in that community. Which, again, is a pretty neat thing. A pretty neat thing. All right. What did I say? What did I miss? Did I miss anything here? Okay. I saw that. Wanted to acknowledge that. Anybody who's generous, I wanted to acknowledge. Thank you so much. And everybody's chatting away. Have I seen Peter? I haven't seen Peter here this morning. Okay. Got to try to get there. I'm up to almost 7:30 here so far. Question. Are you doing a panel as planned? Oh, no, I forgot. Actually, you guys weren't that excited about it. I forgot. Did I say I forgot? I was going to have a panel today. Oh, no, I'm sorry, guys. I got off on something and got talking and forgot all about it. I'll do it tomorrow. Somebody, please. If I say I'm going to do a panel and it gets to be 10 after and I hadn't put the link up there, put it in the chat. Hey, dumbass, wake up. Oh, Jerry. Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. It's too late now. But tomorrow morning, don't I feel stupid? I'm embarrassed, really. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow. Do two of them tomorrow. We'll do one in the morning and one at night. Give everybody a chance to be a star in their own right. I'm looking for questions. See, you got to put a QQQ in there because especially when I have to start running through it. Okay, I'm less than a half an hour behind now. I didn't see it. Bill Cook doesn't like the oven. Okay, Bill, you're free to do that. And if you don't like it, or you don't like me for talking about it and think that I'm just a bad person trying to sell you something, that's your opinion. I guess that's what I'm picking up from the chat and some people basically defending me about it. But Bill's been around a long time. I don't take that personally, and I don't think I come on like Billy Mays for OxyClean every day and pitch products. I don't understand this. Mitch found my comments. YouTube hides them usually. I don't know why, Aaron. I see a lot of your comments. Are you telling me that a lot of them I don't see? I don't spend a lot of time going through the comments that YouTube says needs to be reviewed. And they do that for a couple of reasons. If you put a link in a comment, it's not going to show. There would be too many spammers. If I could go onto somebody's live stream, put a link in the chat to my website where I'm selling something or other, and that's all we'd see in the chat would be spam from everybody. It looks for words or phrases that it thinks are controversial and filters them out. And then I'm supposed to go through it. Well, I'm not going to go through those every day. I don't have the time or the inclination. I read the comments, which is more than most people do, but then I have to go onto my computer, go into a specific page, find out that most of the time that YouTube held them for review, I can't even figure out why they would have done it. Check it and make sure this is okay for everybody. Maybe once a month, I go in there and clean that place out. And most of the comments are spam that it holds. And occasionally I'll miss somebody's comment. But I can't believe, Aaron, that they're doing that with your comments. But I'm going to take a look. I'm going to take a look this morning at what comments I got. I haven't been there in a couple of weeks, held for review, and actually review them. Because actually, after the live stream is over, nobody's going to see most of those comments after I approve them anyway. It's just a lot more busy work and waste of time playing this silly game for little or no money. And I'm willing to donate so much of my time to it, but not 24/7. We're so misunderstood and unappreciated anyway, except for you guys. About 100 of you. Retired Rick is here. Hi, Rick. Hi, Rick. How you doing? And Gary, I didn't say hi to you yet. Gary, no slow. Good morning, Gary. How you doing? How you doing, Gary? Good to see you. Well, here's some questions. A question from Jerry, who is still waiting for Mitch to put the link. Yeah, Jerry, thanks. I didn't see it. I wish I had seen it back then. I should have, but I get off on other things. So we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do it tomorrow, Jerry. Yeah, it's my fault. Rick says tomorrow's the group day. No, Rick, tomorrow night is the group night, and today was supposed to be the group day. Mea culpa. Mea culpa. What did Gary say? Got my Mitch Fitz tee on and my news on. Yeah, I'm sorry, Gary. I'm sorry, all you guys that were looking for the link and I didn't see it. The way to get my attention during a live stream, especially for those of you that have my phone number, like Rick and Gary and the rest of you, and Barry Simon, is text me. My phone goes ding. I will look at it immediately to see who's texting me. And that's the way, for those of you who really want to play moderator or whatever, that you can get to me during a live stream and get my attention instantly. Instantly. That's a thought. That's a thought. Yep. Yeah, I guess I created a big misunderstanding. Like I say, mea culpa. I apologize. So we're just going to finish up today and get on with our day. It's already 8:07. And Rick has 4,000 subs and gets over 60. Yes, that is very understandable, Rick. Very understandable. Because we all have the same community. And that community, for Aaron's live stream and Amy's live stream and Grandma's live stream and all the live streams, you're pretty well almost guaranteed. Even if you had 100 subscribers, you're pretty well guaranteed to get at least 40 or 50. 30 or 40 or 50. Because it's the base. You're going to get that base no matter how big your channel is. And that base is going to make up at least half of the people that watch your live streams, if not all of them. So it's very understandable, Rick. You probably, even if you only had 1,000 subs, you would be still getting the same number of views. And it takes a lot of subscribers to grow above that base. And that's what the numbers say. And the bigger your channel is, of course, the smaller the percentage of your subs, of people that attend your live streams is going to be. Very understandable. Completely understandable. All right, I think I'm catching up here. Finally. I think I'm catching up. Terry P., I didn't say hi to you. Good morning to you. And I wore my special hat just to be in the panel. Okay, Terry. Tomorrow morning, I'm sorry, I really screwed up. It happens. I don't remember the last time it happened, but I know it happened before. It's like my admission when I say to people, I'm not wrong, but I was wrong once. I was wrong once. That was the time I thought I was wrong, but I wasn't. It's an old joke. I was wrong once. That's the time I thought I was wrong. Turned out I wasn't. Thank you so much. Somebody's understanding. No worries. Appreciate it. Wah, wah, wah. Gary said. Yeah. Yeah. Please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. Hey, dumbass. I'm going to spit out my teeth. My view. Well, I'm pretty much unfiltered in my speech on this show. I try not to get too drop a lot of F-bombs and all that, but or get too disgusting. But there are some words that we use as like ass or shit that are in every other sentence in most people's daily vocabulary. So why not? Why not? All right. Any more questions? And we can wrap this up for this morning. I'm at 5-6 minutes behind. Looking for questions. Gil Ream is here. How you doing, my friend? So you chimed in. Lawyer Weitzel's being prolific here towards the end of the show. And Jerry is a big long one. Barbara from Grandma's Crochet Corner with AK is asking people for their favorite color so that she can make a blanket. Okay. Those of you who follow her, please help her out. It's fun. I'm trying to catch up at the end here. Hey, I did it. And there's a question right at the very end from Lizzie. Mitch, what's your favorite color? Wow. I've thought about that. I seem, for some strange reason, when I have to pick a color, like when I buy a new car or when I painted one of my airplanes, burgundy, I seem to, although I like many colors, I seem to default to burgundy as my favorite color. And my favorite color combination is burgundy and gray. My car now has kind of a gray cream interior and burgundy outside. I saw that car. I was just drawn to it. In a car, the last thing in the world I would ever have is a car with a black interior. Yet the black interior is in most cars. Maybe because it shows less dirt or wear, but I always like a white or cream color, beige or light gray interior in a car. I would never have a black car. I have a burgundy car, and a lot of people in Florida don't have black cars because it absorbs heat, where a white car reflects more heat and doesn't get as hot inside. Well, I don't get any heat advantage. My burgundy car pretty well gets as hot as a black car. But that's my favorite color, I think. I have some burgundy shirts, but I don't have any burgundy T-shirts, so you don't see me wearing them. But yeah, that's it. That means anything. Kathy, hi, Kathy. Burgundy VW Squareback, which was really bad quality, managed to wash it. Yeah. I've always thought, I've owned any number of German cars, Kathy. I've had a lot of them over the course of my life. Every one of them, without fail, was a colossal piece of shit that cost a fortune. I have never had so many mechanical problems that cost so much to fix in so many cars as I have with Mercedes-Benz. I wouldn't touch a Mercedes-Benz or want to drive one anymore, ever again. I can't believe that they have the reputation they have. And the only car I've ever owned that was worse quality and more of a expensive maintenance headache than a Mercedes-Benz was a Rolls-Royce, which was the biggest piece of crap that I've ever driven in my life. The only car that I've ever owned that got stuck halfway through a car wash was a Rolls-Royce. The wheels just locked up. The transmission just went in all by itself. When the parking brake came on and nobody could get that car to move, they had to shut the car wash down to get a tow truck to drag it out. A Rolls-Royce. Now, not a brand new Rolls-Royce, but a Rolls-Royce nonetheless, a piece of shit. I drive Hyundais and Kias now, the best cars I've ever owned in my life. And I know I'm going to get a lot of heat on this, but I've been driving them for almost 20 years, and not one of them ever had to go in the shop. Of course, I get a new one every 2-3 years because I lease them, but I never got 2-3 years out of a Mercedes-Benz before it had right out of warranty. Tremendous expenses, timing change, motor with timing chain replacements, transmission problems, overcomplicated systems that always broke. Unbelievable. That's my opinion and my experience. So I'm driving a Palisade now. What a great car. What a great car. It costs half of what a Mercedes does. And I'm not worried about what people think. He drives a Hyundai. I don't need. I used to need those status symbols. Part of when I finally grew up a little bit was, who cares if somebody thinks I'm rich or poor? I don't give a shit. Anyway, Hyundai, Hyundai. Well, let's end it on that, my friends. Before I get carried away, I did get to the bottom of the chat. But the last car I'd ever buy anymore is a German car, especially a Volkswagen. And I've had Audis, I've had Mercedes, I've had BMWs. Never, never again. Never again. Never again. So I can't profess to be, so sophisticated that I have to drive the most expensive car. And I get a big kick out of some of the videos I see on YouTube about these idiots and morons that are buying Ferraris and Maseratis and all that and spending, $20,000 repair bills on those pieces of shit. Seriously. That play only to a person's ego and narcissism. And that's what it is. And there's always a market for that. I used to be the market for that. I know. I'm not ashamed to admit it. A lot of these foreign cars, of course, Rick would chime in on that, foreign junk cars. Well, so many of these foreign cars these days, like Hyundais, are built in Alabama. They're built in America. And so many of the American cars are built in Mexico. You don't know anymore. I have to take each one. Can you get decently priced parts? Can you find mechanics who know how it works these days? Because the day of do-it-yourself auto repair ended with the fuel injection computer, I'm afraid. And that little port that you can plug the computer into down by the driver's feet. The old, give me back my old 1960 Pontiac with the 389 engine in it. Normally aspirated, good old 2-barrel carburetor. Points, condensers, timing, no electronics, no internet connection. Man, I would love to have that car. If I could get my hand on one of them and I'd drive that. And if I needed navigation, I'd use my cell phone. But these days, cars are too complicated. We will end it on that, my friends. Thank you so much for coming. A little happy music for you. Let's all get happy. Have a great day. It is 8:20. Best car ever, 1970 Charger. Yes, Rick, if you could get them running, you'd have something. So keep rebuilding those engines, and I will envy you when you get that car running. I don't care how much the world thinks it's worth. Any car from 1970, I think, is a better bet than today's cars. Rick says, I've never needed a mechanic. Well, you are a mechanic, Rick. That's for sure. I've never needed a computer repairman. Neither of you, I guess. We all have our expertise. I started a hornet's nest. I have opened a hornet's nest here when I started talking about cars with this crowd, so. There's some food for thought, something you can think about. And everybody's saying goodbye. See you tomorrow, says Rick. Thank you. Mitch says Lori. You're welcome. Peter is here. Peter's here. Hiya, Peter. I didn't see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Peter, Donna, Ray, Bacon Runner says goodbye. Everybody says goodbye. Rough Carnivore, bye, Mitch, and everyone. Hope you all enjoyed it. I did. Okay, peace, family, says Bride's Biscuit. Yes, here comes the end of the music. And with that, I will give you permission. In fact, I will insist and urge you to take the rest of the day off and eat meat. Push the button, Mitch.